There we go. So the government lied to us? Shocking. Metals price action is making no sense to me lately. Well, it just hasn't had the juice that it had back in December and January. The metals price action has been pretty much, for the most part, back and forth. So NASDAQ is holding 24,673, of course. Everything is deeply red, with exception for Microsoft. Energy's up, of course. We already knew that. Oil is almost about to break 90. It's up another 8%. RTY, NASDAQ, ES, both very red. VIX is up another 17%, about to pop into 30 territory. So there we go. Hope everybody had a fantastic pre-market. We had some nice action. So we had a nice extended action downward. Pretty much the entire non-farm payroll resulted in down. And then we've already been down since, 1 o'clock this morning. So it's been a nice move here. It looks like the markets have approved the PDT requirement change from $25,000 down to $2,000. Looks like the change will take place in 2026. Interesting. Hit profit target on 3 out of 4 accounts. Great pre-market. Nice. It is great news, Devious Phil. It is great news. It's fantastic. At the moment, we have put buying, a call selling, put selling, I'm sorry. They're selling both sides of the tape there. We still have a nice green move. A little bit of too much too fast overnight results in a big green move, of course, on the NASDAQ. It's one of my favorite trades to take on non-farm payroll. In fact, it's the most favorite trade to take, not one of the most. I love it. Here is the YouTube. Hey, people tell me what to do. Let's do it with taxes. Yeah. Sweeping top wick NASDAQ from 24,740 all the way down to 80. So that was a 60-point churn and burn. Obviously, you know the drill. 24,700 right here. We have a bounce off of the weekly low, still defending. If you zoom out, though, we are nearing the low side of the range. The low side of the range, 24,600. That is extraordinary amount of defenses. If you look in the daily chart, we are just stuck. So this, obviously, there's not a single bodied close under this level since February 12th. I mean, every single one of these touches in below 24,670 has resulted in a bottom wick. So today is the day if they're going to make something happen after the too much too fast bounce, where they make something happen. If they can get under this level, then we could finally start eating into 24,215. So 24,720 there. Good stuff. Still holding nice and strong. Beautiful. Beautiful. I entered at 624 after the stall on the payroll move. Tight stop. Beautiful. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. I'm ashamed to say I lost my funded account this morning trying to long at 2480. What's 2480? ES came all the way down as well. They defended this area. They haven't put in another high like NASDAQ has. And we're just rolling all the way over at this point. So, beautiful move here. Can they hold this large red and plummet? That's what we can try to get. Nice. Large red engulfing candle, engulfing the whole thing there after the green faded. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. We have retail inventories at the top of the hour, and then we have another FOMC speech. But ES is collapsing. ES is not following a bounce like NASDAQ did, all the way down. What's the bond market doing? The bond market is still chilling, hasn't moved at all. You know, it pumped and dumped, but it's we're still in the upper 80s like we've been in now for like a year. So wouldn't you expect the yields to fall after a report this morning? I wonder if TLT reverses. I mean, TLT hasn't moved. I mean, bond markets haven't moved. It's been pinned now for months and months and months. So everything that should have been done, it's not doing. The markets haven't moved. Nothing's moved. But it's fine. It's still a fantastic point. All it does is buy me time to buy more shares. I think we're about to talk about the grain commodities in the coming weeks. Probably. I heard yesterday that the average price for a 3-day-old calf beef, obviously cow beef, is $2,200. Usually you can get them for $550 to $600 historically. Now it's $2,200 for a calf. Beef prices are going to go nuts, even more than they already are. All right, ES is collapsing here from 67.30. NASDAQ, new low of the day, by a couple of points. They want us to eat bugs. I will never eat bugs. Never eat bugs. I know how to hunt. Even hard down like this, you wait till 45. Yeah, so, I stopped out of my long position, which is great. And then now with this big dump here, I have to figure out what's going on, because normally with non-farm payroll, I'm looking for a full-on continuation reversal, which in this case would be the upside. We're not getting that just yet. In fact, everything is pretty bearish, not to say we won't. So on one hand, I have to kind of separate what I want to happen and what could happen. What I want to happen is this thing drops another 2,000 points. What could happen is they completely reverse like they normally do on NFP and come all the way up to 24, 900 or so, whatever. So I don't want to write anything off. This market is doing a great job of juking and faking out people. I mean, look, right there, another NASDAQ 100-point bounce off the bottom. So we'll see. If they take out this area, I mean, this has been, I just showed you on the daily chart, this 670 level on NASDAQ has been heavily defended for over a month now. There hasn't been I mean, we've tapped below 670 by a long shot several times in the past month, and every time they have managed to hammer it back above it. So we haven't had a single body close under 670. To show you the tremendous amount of support here. So, I mean, just like now, they're doing everything they can to defend this area. There's another massive green candle. Not to mention, yeah, we have 6,700 support on SPX, which is the next put leg on the S&P. Which is, whatever, man. We're just going to chill. Another biz day at work. I'll stay safe and disciplined. Nice math. Hope things are staying good for you. I've been going to somewhere recently. They have ground beef for $4.99 a pound, like 10-pound packages. Kroger's like $7.99. Yeah, Aldi's every now and then has organic ground beef for $5.99 a pound, and when that happens, we'll grab like 20 pounds of it. But if you even go to the farm-raised beef around in the local area, I mean, they want $10 a pound, $11 a pound. It's crazy. It's also great when you have a 15-year-old who's trying to bulk and he's eating 5 pounds of ground beef a day. It's fantastic. I need to hit it big on this trading thing. Oh, man. 24,700. 2 wins, 18-17, 1 loss, 7 20 points. Done for the day. Yeah, lock it up, Kennedy. That's what I did yesterday, man. I made my money. I locked it up. I mean, that huge drawdown in the afternoon, didn't care. I was working on other stuff, man. All right, massive bounce all the way back up, of course. I'd be looking for them to bounce as overnight puts get monetized with the bounce. That's typically how I play it. I play NFP reversals. So every single NFP, if it's heavy red in pre-market, I'll look for a bounce. If it's heavy green in pre-market, I'll short the crap out of it. So traditionally, that's usually what happens, is that they one-side the order book in a pre-market and then pivot it. Today, they're not quite doing that yet. We keep on getting these knockback downs, which shows the strength of the sellers so far. So, yeah, it could happen. Maybe today's an outlier day and we plummet. But, I mean, right now, 140 points ain't nothing to shake a stick at. We've got call selling, put selling. Both sides of the tape are being sold. Good talk yesterday. Definitely, Phil. I enjoyed it. The one-on-ones are fun, man. I get to hear y'all's voice and learn about some of y'all. Get to know you a little better. Except this NFP looked pretty nasty. 92,000 declined jobs. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. 100% it was terrible. And if you looked further, like I said earlier, they revised prior jobs, which they do every time. Nearly every single NFP of the past 3 years has been revised down heavily the following month. Almost every one of them. So it's a bunch of nonsense. It's all nonsense. All right, a little bit of green coming up. We're about to take out the highs and go. One-on-one. You go eat your cornbread. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for volume spike. Any kind of volume spike to give me a good direction here to see what they're going to do. Obviously, we still have data in about 20 minutes. I already take my one trade here for NFP. I haven't entered a second trade yet, but I'm looking for something. Premiums are juicy for put sellers, yeah. What are we supposed to switch over from March expiration? I switch over when the volume switches over. When the majority of the volume switches over to June contracts, that's when I will switch. Well, here's the deal. If you look on the daily, normally I'm right in the ballpark if I'm looking for a hammer and go all the way back up. But look, I mean, we have tested this area so many times that one of these times we're gonna blow down 4%, and that's how they shake out consolidation. They get everybody buying the dip. They get everyone trying to buy the breakout and knock it back down, vice versa. They punish both sides of the tape. And then now, when they start getting everyone trying to buy the dip, they plunge it another 4%. So they want you to start buying this dip here because that's what we've been doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 past times. All right, let's go do it. Let's buy the dip. Let's hammer it. Holy crap, we're at 23,500. So that's the thing in the back of your head that you have to look at here. And the fact that the buyers haven't been able to reclaim a high yet, that may happen. But so far, they're doing their job. It's early in the day. I think a large problem with traders is not specifically in here, just people aren't giving themselves something to do outside of trading. I think that is extraordinarily true. They make their money early in the morning instead of locking it up for the day and doing something else productive. They remain at the desk trying to trade till market close. And then at the end of the day, we're at 5+ trades. You think 5+ trades is a lot? Dude, there's traders in here trading 40, 50, 60 times a day. 5 trades? I'd be happy if most of y'all stuck to 5 trades at this point. After their first 1 or 2 trades early in the morning. Yep. I feel attacked. More top wicks in the 25,700 area. Can we get a close on a 3C? Can we do it? 670 will give us a 3C short if we could do it. They're trying to top wick this thing. Beautiful top wick. Some would say the best top wicks we've ever seen. Yesterday was the first time I did more than 3 trades since 2024, and it sucked. 5 a lot. 5+ it should be a lot to anyone. That's a lot to me. Definitely. If I take 5 trades in a day or more, then I feel like I'm overtrading for sure. There we go, 672. Can we get a close? We have a high volume top wick right there, so we do have a 3C beginning to set up here. On the 5-minute, you need right here. You need whatever that low is. So at 669 to close, but they bounce right off of it, so no short just yet. If you haven't already, please go and sign up for the competition if you want to be a part of it. I'm giving away $1,200. $1,200 to the first person who can hit that funded account for 30 days. Another top wick. They're selling the crap out of calls, baby. Sweeping top wick galore. Can they get under 670? Expanding, contracting, expanding, contracting. Both sides of the tape. Obviously, this is a terrible 5-minute range right here. We need to get onto this red line, which is 669. If they can get under it, we'll consider a short down to 600, and then below if they can do it. But Only if they get below it. This is the crap they've been doing now for months, is that they pin it like this and just kind of wipe out both sides of the book and then go. Motions got the best of me yesterday. It happens, man. It happens. There we go, another top wick. There we go, another top wick. And this right here is exactly why I'm trading so infrequently. Not to mention it's going to be 82 degrees today, so I got tomatoes to plant. There we go, a little bit of red. There's a 3C. There it is. There it is. There it is. What's the S&P doing here? S&P is putting in new lows, so complete divergence between the ES and NASDAQ. The S&P is deeply, deeply red. Tech, for the most part, is deeply red, with exception for AVGO. Microsoft was green, but they're giving that back. NVIDIA is skyrocketing. So we have a complete divergence here between what the ES wants to do and what NASDAQ wants to do. And we have some awful, awful price action. Right here. They're holding the 3C so far. 670. Size down, size down, size down. Interesting. Oh, man. NVIDIA again saving things. Yeah, look at that. Multiple top wicks. We have data. In 12 minutes, we have an aggressive amount of put selling and call selling. And they refuse to give us anything during the session. All the fun price action is in pre-market. They're defending ES yearly low. Yeah. Here it is right here. Here's the daily. This is why. Look at all that wick. You know what those wicks are? Pure liquidity. That is pure Colombian liquidity right there. Uncut. Once we start eating to this stuff, they'll come all the way down and start eating into the 375. But that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing right now. Or 675. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. Look at that. That's the 5-minute chart, and nothing but dojis on the 5. 1 minute, they're still holding this level. This is some awful, awful price action. Considering VIX is freaking up almost 20%, and the VIX is almost at 30, the S&P is just pinned flat. I mean, this is absurd price action. Like, the compression on this chart is beyond reason. Now the bottom wick. Another bottom wick. Aggressive amount of put selling. Look at that. They're starting to sell the premiums for the puts. 603 million puts sold. So they're going to give us a move. They're going to give us a move. We just got to chill for a little bit. You just have my TLT dividend reinvested. I love it. He's got that drip, baby. He's got the drip. The dividend reinvestment program. Not what the kids call close these days for some reason. 24,690. There we go, big 720, aggressive put selling and call selling for that matter. We're coming up again. Here's the top side of the range, third test of 738. $740. Do we have volume? I'm looking for volume. What time is it? 9:51. 9 minutes till data. Oh man, this thing is tempting me to hit the lockout button. It's tempting me to hit the lockout button. It's Friday. It's a beautiful weather. I'm not going to get my cheeks clapped. I'm going to give it a few more potatoes. High volume, top wick. Another test into 729, 740. Let's go take a look at the S&P. S&P is not coming up at all. Single pointer failure for tech. There's a sweeping top wick. Aggressive call selling, put selling. Colombian liquidity is wild. Yeah. Another sweeping top wick. Is that going to get the train going down the tracks? I don't know. Yeah, patience, baby. I'm telling you. I read a tweet today about a snippet from a popular investing book from someone who's made hundreds of millions of dollars. And he said the problem with losses is not necessarily just the loss; it's the fact that you run out of ammunition, and then right when you run out of ammunition, the big old fat elephant walks by, and all you've got is an unloaded gun you can't shoot him with. So it's not just losing; it's the opportunity that you're losing of the next trade, of the big trade that you should have been waiting for. So can we wait for the elephant to walk by, and then smoke him in the face? That's when you pull out the spear. Heck yeah, baby. We'll make spears. Twice as long as a man. You are allowed to trade on TPT on the upcoming news. Yes, correct. So there's only 3 news that you're not allowed to trade TPT on. 3 of them. Not all news, just 3 of them. CPI, NFP, FOMC. That's it. Now for oil, you can't trade CL inventories. What is this chart you're looking at? This is called manipulation. Whatever's been happening from January of 2020 until September 2025 is gone. This new age trading has occurred now, where it does back and forth. VIX is at 30 and your price action is flat. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So when I told you all that you need to be doing less trading, I meant it. I'm not being just dramatic. You need to be very, very precise and very analytical and selective with your entries. They are selling an absolute crap ton of puts. Crap ton. That's what used to happen to me when we had those 3% down days and I couldn't short because I was out of ammo. Yeah. I think the only sure first fire trade today is the de-risking going into the afternoon. The question is, do we get the selling continuation all day, which I'm inclined to think so. To think no. Most of the time I agree. Yeah, I'm thinking no. And even now we're not even selling. So I don't know. I'm going to just really try to focus on the 3 Cs. What I could see happening is they rocket this thing in the morning and then dump it in the afternoon. I don't know. Or maybe the other way around. I have no idea. But at this point, like, I'm going to need some dang good reason to get into a trade here because this is terrible. I mean, look at the options. The puts are straight up. Look at the blue line on the hero. I mean, they're liquidating puts at an alarming rate. So I can't really see the S&P drilling when they are selling puts like that. I just had a data aggregation, so we're about to move. Check the 1 minute. I am on the 1 minute, yeah. The 1 minute, the 5 minute is horrific. The 15 minute is even worse. I mean, it's just terrible. There's no signal here. Unless you're a degenerate scalper, there's no signal here. Speaking of degenerates, today's the last day of the ban on my Reddit account because I hurt the mods feels. 24,680 dropping again. It's a 100-point rejection on NASDAQ. Anyone who wants to send a screenshot of the hero? Do you participate in any Lent stuff despite no longer practicing Catholicism? I do not. Which subreddit? No, I'm not banned on subreddit. I'm banned, like my Reddit account is banned. Yeah, I consider myself what's called an exegetical Christian, meaning I try to keep interpretation out of my religion as much as I can, and I try to do everything I can to follow the Bible exactly what it says. So that was, yeah, and I'll just leave it at that. Massive, massive put selling, 770 climbing. You'd Batman. Yeah. If you saw the messages that got me banned, like it's insane. Like we live in a clown world. We live in a clown world. What are your thoughts on the Dow? I don't know. I mean, I'm happy that it's under 50,000, so we can start prosecuting pedophiles. But I mean, it's been just hanging up here at all-time highs, kind of like the S&P now. So nothing's really selling yet, but I think it'll all kind of start coming down. Check my Twitter. Yeah. All right, so we have this little range that's coming down, 24,660. It's just awful. I mean, look at the amount of put selling. This, I mean, I keep saying it, but it's extraordinary. They're selling calls too, so I mean, both sides of the tape. NASDAQ is coming off 650. CL up is up over 10%. Will it trigger a halt? Maybe. Last time it did it, but it did it very quickly. They triggered a halt. BlackRock's $26 billion private credit fund limits withdrawals. Interesting. Large red still coming off. When did you get banned from Reddit? Like 3 days ago. 24,650 and dropping. 24,640. Coming off hard. There's a tremendous amount of option selling here. But even still, I mean, look at these 1 minute candles. Look at these 1 minute candles. Just every one of them are bottom wick, top wick. I mean, it's just terrible price action here. There's no follow through. And look, another bottom wick. And these bottom wicks are no joke. These are 50, 60 point candles. So look at that. Hammered all the way back up. If you're chasing anything, I mean, you're going to get wrecked. So I'm good, man. Dangerous conditions. Dangerous conditions. There's the 10 o'clock move, by the way. We share the same beliefs in a lot of areas. You're a solid guy. Thanks, Uncle Bill. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here all the time. Are you still shying away from metals? Yes and no. There's not much there to get me looking at it too much, although I do want to kind of trickle back into gold at least. Silver, I was never a big silver trader until, the big moves in December. Gold, I was always popping in and out of them for a while. So, man, look at this. That is why I've been hands off. Holy crap. Tremendous amount of put selling. Look at that. 140.1 minute candle. Ayo. I love Lent. It's a discipline booster for me. Once I give something up, I get better all sorts of temptations. There you go. All right, massive, massive green candle into 780. That is a tremendous blow off top there. But another top wick. This is like riding a bucking bull, man. It's crazy. Wow. All right, what VIX do there? Are they going to kill the VIX yet? Nope, they're still not killing the VIX. They're still maintaining VIX. ES is still coming up. NASDAQ is still coming up, 780. And NFP would be 908. Yeah, crazy volume, highest volume candle of the day right there. Did you hear about the guy who went to the hospital after eating 22 toy plastic horses? I did not. I feel like I'm being set up for a joke, for a punchline. Man, what a freaking move. Can they reject it? That's a high volume top wick so far. Good luck if you're going to play the 3Cs. The 3Cs are down at 633. So I don't know if you want to wait for confirmation on that one. But obviously we've got Kennedy's trend line. We've got a multiple wicks with high volume. This condition is listed as stable. Nice. Still going, baby. Look at the hero indicator. Wow, what a move. That was the data there at 10 o'clock. I believe we are free from most data now for the rest of the day. Yeah, we have FOMC daily and FOMC Collins today, but that's it. No more data. Sweeping top wicks. We have CPI next week. Core PCE on Friday, so next week should be a pretty decent mover too. If they rip this up, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, NFP, man, NFP. I mean, I haven't taken a second trade yet, so I'm not participating in this back and forth. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with this. Look at gold. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is ripping and a tearing. The wild women, they're ripping and a tearing. They're coming into the imbalance from Thursday right here at 5170. Silver's rocketing here too. Interesting. ES coming up. What's the Dow doing? Let's go take a look at the Dow's charts. Dow is getting wrecked. They're looking for support down into 46.5. Massive top wick candle on Dow, both on the weekly and the daily. So maybe the Dow is the precursor to the sell-off on everything else. Do we finally get out of this range? Tech is moving now. Yeah, Microsoft is green. AVGO is green. NVIDIA is trying to go green. Meta is starting to bounce. I mean, tech is pulling things along here. XLF is still down, and pretty much the rest of the S&P is still down. Somebody tell Pam. SVIX calls just went green. Every Friday like clockwork, crush the VIX. Are they crushing the VIX yet? Yeah, they are crushing the VIX, 100%. Yeah. We're still absorbing up here into 777. I think the strategy for put sellers is to get the vol down a bit, and then the price goes up a great. Doesn't have to. I'm not have to step in front of the sell puts, but I say the lawyer. Yeah. Another rejection. I'm doing my best to pick out a good high-quality trade here, but I don't have a lot of confidence, I'll be honest with you. So we'll see. With the best meme tweets. Got to make something happen, you know. green. Might be going green today. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? After we broke trend line, I watched until we broke the 15-minute POC and closed on the 5-minute. I let go of 20 points of movement waiting. I entered my fourth trade today was confirmation for a solid 16 points of new fund TP set. Confirmation key. Trading journal 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 win. Nice. Thanks for encouraging me to close it up and wait. 100% Kennedy. I'm telling you, man, it's a great feeling to lock it up and know the market can't touch you anymore. Can't touch you anymore. Oh, man. I just can't see SPX going up until they get this energy sorted. War is good for equities, but you can't make stuff without oil. You can't make money with expensive energy. Can I extract some stem cells from you so I can implant some discipline into me? How about we have a discipline workshop? You come to my house. We trade together for a week. We'll shoot some guns. We'll lift some weights. And we'll just do things together. How about that? Won't even charge you. Just come hang out. I wasn't joking, man. I wasn't joking that if you want to be successful at trading, you have to have a good, healthy hate for trading. All these idiots with the llama hair on Twitter that says, "Oh, it's a 3-day weekend. I hate it. I'm the only, you know you're a trader when you hate long weekends." No. You're a jabroni if you hate long weekends. Oh, I have to spend more time with my family. That's so terrible. No. You have to loathe trading some in order to be successful at it because you want to get your trade in and then get out. That's it. And I have a healthy hate for trading. Now the bottom weight, 720, 730. What is llama hair? I bet there's a good GIF for it. Here we go. It's the kids that look like this. Kids that walk around look like that. Seven, two, three. Broccoli hair. Here you go. I think that trend is starting to fade. So I'm starting to really not like this crap. I'll shoot guns on your property. Hey, anytime, bro. Anytime. Would closing below 700 confirm the 10 o'clock 3C? 720 is what I would give it at right now. Yes, ma'am. All right, now we're starting to come back off. They've hammered every single attempt, so it kind of makes me leery to trade, which is the point of that. But they are starting to buy back some puts. $677 so far. That's a 100-point rollover. Spicy. $669 still coming off. My bad, guys. I jinxed it. Now, Kennedy's trend line. There you go. There's a winning trade, shorting the trend line. It was me. I bought SVIX calls. Did they buy the VIX back up? What's the S&P doing? S&P doesn't want to rally at all. It's all tech right here. If tech rolls over and joins, it's going to be Mount Vesuvius, man. It's going to be Pompeii. $24,683. Tremendous put buying is starting to pick up. Tremendous put buying is starting to pick up. Can we get a top tick? Can we get a top tick? Put buying means down. If they continue this, I mean they're starting to buy back the puts they sold, and with that much put selling, they couldn't put on a rally. So that's my indication here. We'll see what they can do. Reporting in, I was up about 550 on my prop rolling over last week. I'm up 51, 280, 254 starting today. I'm nervous, trading normal market hours. My VP hasn't been as sharp. Well, this market has been terrible. I mean, it's ripping people apart. This daily range is ripping people apart. There are times, believe it or not, that you shouldn't be trading. And this is certainly one of them. So get your 1 or 2 trades on a day that's high quality. And if you don't get a high quality setup, that means you don't take a trade. This is not the environment to freaking Wyatt Earp scalp every single candle. Because the market will be your huckleberry. Big green up. There we go. And that's exactly why things are terrible. You can't chase anything. You can't chase anything. Love looking at a NASDAQ chart and jumping over to look at the VIX. Yeah. I'm your huckleberry. It's good stuff. This is awful. Absolutely awful. So, I'm telling you, man. You need to be on it. The Trump administration is creating the nation's first ever National Guard response force to begin training troops for nationwide civil unrest. Interesting. New high of the day for NASDAQ. Right there. That was a 120-point bounce. So good luck to you if you're trading this stuff. This is interesting. At some point in your life, you will eat an edible and think it's not working. It's very important that you do not eat a second one. I don't know what that means because I've never done edibles, but it sounds funny. I've been drilling in the setup for both prop and pre-market plays. Nothing that shook my account, just some 2-step forward, 5 steps back. Well, you know, risk mitigation 101 is that if you're digging yourself in a hole, the best thing to do is just stop digging. That's rule number 1. Get yourself out by stopping, and then slowly pick yourself back up by small position sizing and infrequent trading. That's it. So important. All right, here's another trend line touch up here. It's kind of just expanding and contracting, but this thing is just back and forth, back and forth. Of course, now what happens if you try to short this trend line? It's going to put on the mother of all green candles. But if you don't short it, then it'll drop. The trade for the day this morning was gold. Maybe pull back for later. 100%. 100%. The gold broke out. Look at the 15-minute chart. Disgusting. Massive green, baby. 800. Still going. Did the puts go back down? Nope. They haven't sold off the puts. They just repurchased. So, however, the calls are starting to come on here. I'm calling it. See y'all next week. Nice McGabagooly. Have a good day, buddy. I haven't taken a single second trade yet, so I am looking for an opportunity. If you're waiting for something, don't wait on me, because I have the confidence of like a newborn baby horse that just came out of the womb. It's trying to like stand on its feet here. You're not going to ask that thing to run a marathon. 800. Another top take. I 3D printed a claymore on my desk. I think it's pretty neat. Is anyone's trading view acting up? Negative, Ghost Rider. Of course, I don't trade off my trading view, but Hmm. 24,785. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hero is basically zero. Well, now it's not even moving. They are starting to trickle into some calls here, but puts aren't moving at all. So, right there. Would have to blast to make calls profitable. Tune in late. What time did you get in your first trade today? Earlier today for the non-farm payroll bounce, but I haven't taken a second trade yet. This is a very spicy price action. No real rhyme or reason here. Looking like we're going to absorb this little pivot and start eating into non-farm payroll's initial move up to 905 or so. But it's dead flat at the moment. Let's go take a look at ES. Creeping up again. They're looking for high of the day of 69.60. RTY is blasting. Dow's coming back up. Silver is putting on a possible top. Gold as well. Oil's up 9.5% up into 88. Doing its thing. There we go, going green. Coming up a little bit, 798. Still pivoting. We've got the opening range high right here of 800. Can they get over it? This looks like absorption for a pop, but man, it's spicy. Spicy. What y'all think? Y'all loving this? Advice for playing these sessions with the bulk of the move is made overnight. There's just not much to do. You either trade overnight or you don't do much. Right now, I'm not doing much. I've taken hardly any trades this week, and I'm very happy about that. Big blast, 2487, 817 still going. We have put selling, call buying at the moment. Need an OM computer crash, yeah. I'd be going risk off into war weekend. All right, there's a breakout to 823. And they're just going, baby. This absorption for a blast. Sweeping top wick. And fill back up. Back to VWAP. There you go, buddy. There you go. $81.8 still going. There goes gold. Braille gold's breaking out there too. Yeah, silver, gold, both going. I've lost money almost every day now for 3 weeks. Time for a break. Y'all have fun. Hey, man, these are tough conditions. These are tough conditions. Do less. Oh, man. Try devious fill. It's terrible. Heck, when's the last time we've even touched a macro level? I mean, with the price action has been so tight, it's just, there's not really any analysis to do on the daily chart. It's just flat. It's terrible. Extend. Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's another sweeping top wick there. Multiple top wicks over this 800 area, but nothing that's closing lower. So of course, let's go to the 5-minute. 3C would be 775 or so. Found something on Temu. What the crap is that? Oh man. All right, so what we have a bit of a weak setup. We have a couple of top wicks with volume, but of course you don't want to front run anything in this environment. You need a lower low, otherwise you're going to get clapped. So just be patient. I guarantee you they'll give you a good opportunity this afternoon. They always do. Now that's a snuggie. Between 1013 and 1021, you said it looked like absorption to go higher, which it was for sure. I mistakenly thought it was top ticking to go lower. How to know the difference? Sure thing. So you're talking about, hold on, let me get my little drawing tool. You're talking about this right here. I look for the difference of absorption versus rejection in terms of the price action itself. So in this case, we had a lot of bottom wicks on the 1 minute. We had one good sweeping red, but everything else was either holding or bottom wicking. Not to mention it wasn't putting in lower prices. So if you look at these prior rejections, here rejection, here we got close rejected, here close rejection, here sweeping rejections, and they kept on moving it lower. Here they're not doing that. They're just sticking. Not to mention it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th test. So if you start getting into numerous touches, and then the price action ceases to reject and just sticks, that to me is absorption. They're just, that tells me that they're eating up any remaining supply. The buyers are still very much strong, and it's getting ready to go. They do it bottom side and top side here, if that makes sense. Everything in this yellow shaded block is nothing but liquidity. Yeah, sticky absorption. That's the absorption where, it's just the sellers have stepped out, the buyers are eating up the last remaining supply, and it's time to go higher. Booyah. You'll get clapped with that lower low this is, yeah. Yeah. I'm still in this long. Let it eat for now. There you go, Dr. Phil. Devious Phil. All right, big blast. There we go. Now we're going for 908. Blast off. Aggressive put selling, call buying. There it goes. There it goes. This will turn around in the new low of the day. You heard it here first. No, I think it will too in the afternoon. But right now they are filling higher, of course. Now we're probably going to go for non-farm payroll high of about 907. Dr. Phil it is, yeah. Top wicks per price is still moving up on the 1 minute. That's absorption. But it would be clear on the 5. Oh yeah, that top wick higher style behavior is typically associated with absorption. Yeah. Big old top wick back over. Let's go to the 5 minute. Another top wick. So far, we're dealing with, what, about a 250-point bounce. So far, it's copy and paste of every single session since early February. Be right back. We still have a tremendous amount of put selling. They're not really jumping on the call train, which makes me think that they're going to reverse it back into the afternoon. Not to mention, plus we do have more war going on, and we have a weekend. So, where's Twizzy calling for 25K? Every day they bounce it. This is exactly, even with non-farm payroll, this is exactly what they've been doing every day. Same old, same old. $872 coming up. We're going for the non-farm payroll high of 908, 910. Coming up, baby. Coming up. Aggressive put selling. A tremendous amount of put selling. VIX is coming off from 25.50. Qs are skyrocketing. ES is skyrocketing. And there we go. Off to the races. No trade yet. It feels great. Doesn't it feel great? Train your brain not to feel FOMO. when you don't trade, and instead feel gratitude. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Is anyone in here taking Retta? Didn't someone say they were taking it? The peptide? Sorry for being a major jabroni. No, dude. No, there's no reason to apologize. I'm a jabroni frequently. Still going. I have. What'd you think of it? I wanna stack it with some test. Oh, it's an experimental drug for obesity. I don't want to take that. I want that 500-pound back squat. I can't get over the 410 area, 410 mark, and I've only got so much time left. 24,900 is just kind of drifting here. We have aggressive put selling, tremendous amount of put selling, 1.1 billion. Not only to help my hunger, but it made me less of a degen. Oh, okay. I thought it was something like a trend type of thing. I didn't realize it was like a weight loss thing, but I was just Googling it. It's a GLP, yeah. Try some with Anadrol. TRT with some Anadrol. That's a master on. You're going to fly. Heck yeah, baby. Have you tried single leg variations like the Bulgarian split squat? I do walking lunges, which are a fantastic 1-2 punch with the squats. But I've done Bulgarian split squats before, but I've never tried like implementing them frequently into my training. Big topic there. Can you send a video of the walking lunges? No, I think you already have enough video of me. Good sir. Another day, another combine passed, and a funded blown. There's something seriously wrong in my brain with funded accounts. Been about a month of mental block. I don't know if it's pressure of chasing a payout or what. All right, take a break, Lanner. Create some distance between the problem and the future. Even if it's just a week. I was actually being serious to see its form. I do it Ronnie Coleman style, baby. Barbell on the back, walking lunges. Ever since I saw him in the unbelievable Ronnie Coleman 1998, that's what I've been doing. Get that 500 pounds. That'd be a crazy number for me. Best deadlift is 495. Out there, I'll let you know. There you go. Yeah. Nice, Jonathan. My son went to an endocrinologist because of tea and feeling sluggish. He tested. It turns out one of his tea levels are low, but not all. She gave him tea. You might check it out. I've tried. I've been to 3 different doctors. I've even tried one of the sketchy online places, and they're like, yeah, your tea's too high. We can't do it. So now I just need to go on the black market. Am I going to upload the video? You explain the reason why you thought you were going to absorb and go higher and I missed it. I mean, I could go over it again. That's fine. Hold on, let me mute my music. Okay. So if right here, I still have the markings. We have this little top tick right here, or this trend line, I'm sorry. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. We come up, and not only are they rejecting, they're very top wicky. They're usually associated with some high volume every time. And then we have this nice little rejection back down. Even the candles are more sweeping red. And then you have this price action here where we come up, we stick to it. There's two things to consider. One, no volume spike. We have a little bit of volume increase, but nothing spiky like this. And then we have bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick. Most of the candles here are bottom wicks to hold this up without taking out a prior low. So everything is more supportive. We have more demand than anything into this area. Plus it sticks. It doesn't come back down and fill. It sticks, which tells me that's absorption. We absorb. We start creeping up. We finish off the last bit of supply and then plow. It just expands. So learn to identify the difference between top wicking rejections and holding absorption. By the way, nice rejection this is. About 100 points. I was hoping for it to touch and sweep the NFP high. We almost got there. That's almost 100 point rejection. Lately, Fridays have not been good for me, so starting next week, I'll be no longer trading on Fridays. There you go, Damien. There's nothing wrong with that. 39, I feel like I'm 20. Heck yeah, baby. Your poor wife. What's up, Salim? How you doing, buddy? Assalamu alaikum. 89 million calls sold. That's one of the best NASDAQ longs I've ever taken. Nice, Devious Phil. Congratulations, buddy. I love it. Retesting the morning high right here. This is the red line, the morning high retest. Just watching gold. Rejecting the opening high range right here, or I should say bouncing off of it. The opening high range. All right. Coming back off here, 24,816, dropping. Do you have any planned dates for the next two parts in the trade with volume series? Can't get enough of your content. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's coming out shortly. I've got a couple of videos actually going to be releasing shortly. But yeah, and we're going to wrap up the series, and yeah, buddy. Appreciate you watching. A little bit of red coming off here. So we do have a 3C. The volume is not incredible, but it's there. So under this level here, we'll have the confirmation. They are starting to buy back a crap ton of puts. This is the morning level here. If we could take this out, the probability of a low of the day test increases drastically. Coming off. A little bit of red. There we go. Now we're starting to come down. We have a lot of put buying. We have a lot of put buying here. Band-Aids can't save this market forever. Which time frame is the morning level? The first hour. First 60 minutes of the session, and you plot the high and the low. Coming down. There we go. They're about to do it. $777, aggressive put buying. That's an aggressive bounce right there. We've taken out the morning high again, which is good for the sellers. Right there. Appreciate you, Nathan. Thanks for watching, buddy. The movement is easy to read, but catching good prices on SPX is fleeting. I need faster internet or a computer or something. Yeah. Large red candle here, breaching below. So we're finally coming on down. We have a full-on 3C. We have aggressive put buying. We have some call sell, or yeah, put buying, call selling. Now that they've taken out the morning high, the probability of a touch of the day's low is quite high. Coming on down into the 24,600 area. Crazy stuff, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There we go, top wick back over. Man, look at that put buying. Can they hold? Can the sellers hold this red? Called this exact scenario. 100%. It's coming off. We have a full 3C. We have red. We have put buying. All the stars are aligning for a possibility of a low of the day touch. Can they do it? Still coming down. There we go. 754 still going. Put buying. I mean, they were buying a crap ton of puts. Give it to me, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Another top tick there. Oh, man. Do you want some salami? Some good salami, some good stuff. So the 3C occurred right here, way up at 846. We got right through the opening range. And now they're trying for a rebuild, but man, that's a lot of selling. There's another top tick. Bottom wick back up, still close here. Hammering it. Appreciate the stream as always. Just keep to my one trade. Nice, Jonathan. Selling the puts back off. And another 100-point bounce. The unsellable market, baby. The unsellable market. How do you short that which will not go down? It's like trying to date a nun. She just won't. Never mind. 24, 830, 840. Retesting the morning high. $720 of puts sold. All the way back up. All the way back up. All the way back up. Holy smokerinos. Look at that. Y'all wonder why I'm not trading? That is why right there, homies. That is why right there. Big old green. Look at that. Obviously, that stopped out any 3C shorts. Obviously. right. Tread something about unconditional surrender. Nice. Hope we survive the bear market. Yeah. Yeah. Is volume lighter than usual? Lighter than I would like to see on NFP, especially with the VIX almost at 30. But I mean, this is it, man. This is every day. Every day it's nearly impossible to get the market to go down more than a couple of points. Pre-market is where they sell it. That's it. During the session, it's all bulls. Until the afternoon. Until the afternoon. All right. It is wild. I sold my call position. Should have been giving y'all a heads up. There you go. My porter at Doji. Yeah. QRST. A little bit of that. 24,881. That was a 130-point candle. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Man, time's going slow. I need this day to be over. It's boring. $863. Low confidence in hindsight retest the breakout and rocketed pattern. Well, I would love to see a sweep of the non-farm payroll high, which is 909. You know, that would give you a good confidence there. But other than that, I mean, it's coming up to the end of the day here. At this point, I'm going to take a time to learn how to swing trade properly. Day trading is dead. Well, what do you think the intent is here? The reason why I am so confident in my distribution thesis is because everything has completely changed. There's a change of character. When things change, you need to pay attention to it. It's like the Matrix. Remember when they have to notice when things change, they change the Matrix? That's what they've done. They've changed the Matrix here. This is unlike anything we've ever seen since 2018, which tells me the music has stopped. We've been playing musical chairs now since 2020. The music stopped. Now we're all scrambling for the last chairs. And we are in distribution. They're going to wreck everybody trying to position themselves for downside, buy the dip, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to start the down trip. All the way 4,200 or so. Somewhere down in this area. I've got to go about my day. Can I post the hero? Yeah, sure, buddy. 100%. All the way down here. What price on S&P? I don't know. Just somewhere very far down. I would probably say sub 5,000 at least. It's just I don't see an environment where we don't have a considerable sell-off. I just don't know what. Now the thing is, the problem that I'm seeing is that we've dropped back in February. We had this 20% drop. We dropped from 6,400 to 5,000. So the fact that we've already had a very healthy drop tells me that the next one's going to be even worse, especially since we've been flat for so long. So when it comes down to it, man, it's going to be iffy. 4,200 would be epic. Yeah, it'd be epic. Could need the right level 4 armor for that. Well, heck, they are planning a national response group for national civil unrest. Let's wait till gas goes back over $4 again. You remember 2014 when gas went to $4? Or was it 2012? 2012 gas went to $4. $4.20 a gallon. That was great. Is that the same as a police state? Eventually, that's what it'll lead to. Martial law. That's what it'll lead to. Realizing if you did the opposite of all your trades, you'd be a millionaire. Isn't that frustrating? That's why it's wrong to think of the market as a 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance requires no variables to affect the outcome. You flip a coin, 50-50 chance. With trading, it's not 50-50. They're legitimately putting on liquidity to entice you to do something incorrect. And all you have to do is make the opposite decision, and you'll be a multi-millionaire. It'll be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. What if it's a slow grind down like how it was up? Seemed like everything is priced in. I don't think it was a slow grind up. I mean, this market rocketed for months. I mean, look at this. It just went apey from April until about July, and then it settled down a little bit. And then after July, we entered this range. I mean, aside from, a little bit of movement here, I mean, we've pretty much been flat since July. We went through a period of 1 month consolidation. Then we had a couple of days in September to move it up, and we've been dead flat ever since. Right here. So, it's the price action has been pretty much awful now since we entered the initial range in June. It's just been terrible. Now, what happens if we go another 3 months, and now we're going into June of just not moving? So it's awful. These contract prices are just constantly advertising bag price. Yeah, so, we have a VIX at almost 30. We have incredibly inflated premiums, and yet the price action isn't moving. We're still in this little defined range, which we had this nice little bullishness, but that's not that much, all things considered. Yeah, that's going to be crazy, Craig. If you don't look at anything and place a random order, it's closer to 50-50, 100%. So if you just close your eyes and take an order, you'll probably do better than most traders. Definitely. Unfortunately. Appreciate the streams even though these are horrible conditions. You're welcome, Zach. Wish I could do more for you, buddy. Another top wick coming off. What do you think they're going to do here? Top wick, bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, no follow through, top wick, bottom wick, side to side, shake and bake, shaken, not stirred. About to take the rest of the month off, starting a new job on the 16th. Uh-oh, nice Twizzy. Congratulations on a new job. I'd appreciate the slam to low of the day. At this point, it should move left and really confuse people. If there were ever a time to do less, it's now. I promise you. Don't miss the elephant. The elephant's walking towards you, but you're trying to waste your ammunition trying to shoot the squirrel that's running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. When all you have to do is wait for the old big elephant walking by at 2 miles an hour. You just got to shoot it in the face. Ain't no thing. Just wait. I would destroy so many of those. Because I was part of the stats in January, probably in revised data this morning. Uh-oh. I hate to hear that, Twizzy. Hopefully, well, I guess I'm happy to see that you're getting a new job. It's good stuff. Congratulations. I'm sure that's a load off the shoulders. I'm shutting it down on small loss. If I keep going, I'm going to blow this. That's great. That's fantastic. Another sweeping top wick. So, you know, if you're one of those people who don't like shutting it down for a small loss, on Monday, you'll be happy you shut it down for a small loss. Right now, you're not happy. On Monday, you will be. There's a lot of people out there that wish that they're only down a small loss right now. Another sweeping top wick lower. Can we get the freight train going? Bottom wick, top wick, bottom wick, top wick, top wick, bottom wick. And massive bottom wick. And top wick back over. So we need to reclaim 828. If we can reclaim 828, we'll finally get the freight train going. 828 needs to go. There's zero follow-through whatsoever. I made a healthy version of red curry last night, chicken. I'm going to destroy that for lunch. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. 175 grams of white rice in my new Zoji Rushi rice maker. There you go. 828 going down, baby. We have a 3C again. Will they do it? I'm lucky enough that I work a multitude of jobs, so that saved me. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. There we go. Nice large move. 824 dropping again. They need to drop this and have a correction so we can finally get out of this range. Heck yeah, man. I'm with you. Another morning high test. You've got to get under this red line. I know we're about to wrap up the stream here in about 20 minutes. I want y'all to start thinking for yourself the rest of the day. This red line, opening range high of 829, is your bread and butter. If you're looking for a short, well, you've got to hold under that level. That's the indication that the bears are going to take control, is the morning high level. As long as they keep defending it, the bulls will remain. The bulls will remain. I've always wondered if there's somebody out there who's like doing the thing where they get like 5 or 6 work from home jobs and work them all and make like $1 million a year. I wonder if that's real. You've heard that going around, but I wonder if it's real. $24,830 still going. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to that. That's awesome. I wouldn't know. I got banned. I run a community with 137,000 people in it, and I got banned. That's great. Because I asked, hey, how come you allow people to threaten Trump's life? 24,830. Ask me as a business owner how I feel about remote work. I love it. I'm showing on quant data a buttload of calls that sold at 1:09 p.m. Interesting. A lot of people in tech did that during the pandemic. Got a lot of contract jobs. There you go. There you go. They're starting to sell puts and or sell calls and buy puts right here. Can they get under the morning low? Can they do it? They're trying to. I'm impressed. Getting a Reddit ban is quite a feat. Not really. You know, if you ask realistic, logical questions, it's very easy to get banned. If you're a raving lunatic that's centered in delusion, then you'll be fine. 829, 830. It's not true. The news is just lying, so CEOs can pay them just to justify keeping folks controlled in a box. Type of remote roles they're referring to have too many demand or too demanding for anyone to work on to return the narrative. I see. I mean, that would make sense. Be doable if it's either salary, yeah. Aren't you a mod who can ban me? Like Reddit, like big Reddit, like the Reddit company. They banned my account on Reddit, period. Yeah. I think you see some selling in the next 15 minutes as well. Maybe they're selling calls. They're not introducing some 0DTE calls here. So we just got to get under this morning low, period. We got to start swiping under this morning low and sweeping into the 753. But they can't do it. We're just stuck right here at 820. Let me guess, you went after some WSB bros? No, it was on my city's homepage on Reddit, and I check in from time to time just to see how crazy they are. And you know, I'm in a deep, you know, a very red state. Literally every single county in the state votes red except for one, which is fine. I'm not big into politics anyway, but the stuff they post is extraordinarily insane. Like they're literally open calling for Trump to be killed, and I'm like, hey, how about y'all not do that? And they muted me. So I messaged them, say, hey, just want to let you know you muted me for asking a question when there's people calling from the assassination of our president. And I woke up the next day and they banned me for harassment. Like Reddit, big Reddit. So they reported me and Reddit upheld the ban and they banned me. Like I didn't even attack anybody. I just asked a question. It's insane. It's huge sweeping top wick. Right on back down. Wow. Massive top wick for people trying to chase the upside. That's way too funny. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, man. That is a high volume top wick right there, people. High volume top wick. But if this market continues to do what it's been doing, that means it's about to blast higher. Top wick higher, bottom wick lower, that type of thing. 864 on down to 820, and now they're pinning 830 again. So we got to get under the morning high. That's it. 829, 830. Got to get under it. Can they do it? Can they do it? 50 fib. Is that where we're at right now? 50 of the micro right there. Right there. Look at that. We bounced off the 50% of the big range right here, and then bounced off the 50% now of this range. 50 of the 50, man. It's crazy. Exactly. All right, probably the case in the industry, sadly possible. If I were willing to take a pay cut, I could take a bunch of admin jobs and overlap them while having to expedite the admin work they want. Nice. Maybe I should do that. Get me like 10 work from home jobs. That'd be great. Put all the money into 0 DT calls in a year. I can make a YouTube video out of that. I get 10 work from home jobs. I take all the salaries after a year, and I put them into one single 0 DT call one day. That video would go viral. Like a Mr. Beast type of thing. That's next level jabroni. I'll double it with you. Let's do it. All right, another sweeping top wick here. They're still absorbing the morning high level. They've got to get under this level and hold it. So your 3C is 24,815. We keep on having these collapsing top wicks. Here's the 5-minute. They need under it. Can they do it? Here it goes. Here it goes. Can they do it? Is this the time where they drill it into the core of the earth? That would be nice. Thanks. Sorry for any negativity yesterday. I'm getting a better frame of mind. No negativity at all, man. I don't fault anyone for being emotional in trading. It's an incredibly difficult thing. Frame of mind is not trade until I see the market do what I expect time and again. Boring when I've traditionally made money. Markets are claiming money. I don't enjoy it. No, I 100% agree with you, man. You're good to go. No sweat. Finally get under the low. There's your 3C. We have put buying, call selling. We have the London close in 8 minutes. The London close. It's time to go get a baked potato with cheese and baked beans on it. It's almost there, baby. 24,800 and dropping. How scary for the bulls does a 1 hour look on the S&P? It looks very scary. Right here. That is 4 top wicks into a SR flip at 24,883. About to bail, go hit some arms at the gym. Yeah, buddy. What's your favorite arm workout? Your tricep workout? If it's anything other than heavy dips, you need to take more testosterone. Weighted dips, baby. Barbell 75-pound curls. I like it. Straight bar curls are awesome for bicep development. Still coming down. Love it. Dump into close. Well, as long as we hold under the morning high, there's a good chance we put a new low of the day in. There's a dang good chance. I like this. Hey, massive green. Holy smokes. Man. I'd rather Sandusky babysit my son than freaking try to play this market right now. Dollar cost average is short of oil. Ooh, that's sketchy. Who wants to be long over the weekend? There's a name you haven't heard in a while. What, Sandusky? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. 4 minutes to London close, and I'm wrapping it up, calling it a day. Another sweeping top wick. For the first time in history, BlackRock is halting the amount people can take out. There's a major liquidity crisis coming. Interesting. I read all the descriptions for that case and I nearly puked. Yeah, it's pretty terrible, yeah. It's pretty terrible. There you go. Every other option has a net checks of less than 2.5 billion. That's the most expensive desirable option. Have a fantastic weekend, buddy. Appreciate you. Send me some more food pics. Guy has been saying the private equity cycle is subprime. Yeah, it is. I do have to place one more quick in and out trade on an eval just to check the box, but that's it. How many days does it usually take you to pass an eval? Anywhere, but I mean, I've passed it in 5 days before, but most of the time it takes me about 10, twice the amount. What I usually do is I take the amount the eval is passing and I divide it by 5, and obviously that's my goal. But if as long as I'm maintaining just some good quality trades, that's fine. It usually takes me about 10 days to pass an eval. And obviously I'm in no rush because I've usually got funded accounts in the breach ready to go. So I'm not trying to force anything, which leads to the fact that I'm not smoking a lot of accounts. With how many trades, minis? There's no real set count of trades. I just take whatever I see in terms of high quality setups. Normally 1 to 2 trades a day, sometimes 3. Minis on 50Ks, I don't go above 1, and that's only if I see something super confident. Like just literally, if you take 1 mini on a NASDAQ and you catch even 1 or 2 candles, boom, right there is $400. So you don't do anything more than 1, period. Even on the fundeds, on the 50K accounts, you can't really go above 1 unless you've got a very large buffer. Once I hit 2x buffer, I'll expand into 3 sometimes, but all you need is 1. However, I would recommend staying in the micro range. From 10 evals started, how many can you get funded on average? It depends. If I'm killing it, I'll pass all 10 of them. Normally, I'll probably blow 3 or 4 of them and pass 5 or 6 of them. Normally, like I said, I don't play too aggressive. So I have to catch a series of pretty bad trades to just smoke through accounts. And there's times I'll wreck every single account I buy. That's fine. And like I told you all, I average between $2,000 and $3,000 a month on eval fees. That's about what I spend. But every single dime that I spend is paid for out of my payouts. I literally have an account for payouts, and not to mention TPT. All of your payouts go into the wallet feature of TPT, so I just use that to buy evals. Like I don't touch anything with my payouts. So that's what I usually keep it to, and I budget for it. And if I am blowing through more than $2,500 to $3,000 on evals, then I probably need to stop for the month. I mean, that's a lot of money to spend on evals if you're not getting paid out. That's why I don't understand these people that are blowing $300,000 on evals. I don't know how they do it physically. That's like tens of thousands of eval accounts. I don't even know how that's possible, unless you're just completely degenerate gambling. But it's gonna blow the top. Yeah. What's my current position? I'm currently not in anything at the moment. Nothing. Am I copy trading? Not anymore. I don't copy trade anymore because of that new thing that started. I've been going back and forth on the minis versus micros. I've never taken a trade with micros. If I did, it was so few I can't remember. But I want to start getting used to micros instead. It'll change your trading. I guess I can't understand the difference. For example, if I have 10 micros versus 1 mini. Well, if you're doing 10 micros versus 1 mini, the only discernible difference is the fact that you can scale out with 10 micros versus 1 mini. But in terms of dollar amount, in fact, 10 micros is going to be worse because you have more commissions than the 1 mini. So, but what I mean is, like, if you're doing the smaller accounts like the 50Ks, you need to be working with 3 to 5 micros. That's it. 3 to 5 micros. If you put on 5 micros, that is $10 a point on NASDAQ. NASDAQ right now is moving between 30 to 40 points a candle. So if you catch one candle, that's $300 to $400. You telling me that you can't pass an eval on one candle on NASDAQ? Like, NASDAQ we've been so desensitized to NASDAQ because of prop firms that we don't realize how much of a beast this thing is. It's a monster. NASDAQ is a monster. So if you're trading with micros, like, you don't need much to pass. It's just we don't want $300 to $400 a day. We want 10,000 in a day. We want to get that big old fat payout now. And trust me, I've been there. I've done it. I've done the same thing. I got you. I've full ported before on prop firms. I've put on 15 silver contracts back in January. I've done it. But it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. Beretta 1301 Tactical Mod C. $500 off. I want it. I want it. Give it to me. What about ES? Is it worth using? Yeah, 100% it is. 100% it is. It's amazing how much you can enjoy trading when you size down to the point where you can never be blown up on any one trade. Imagine what you could do with your trading and your emotions and your mental capacity if you size down to the point where there's not a single green trade that can blow you out. It'll be like the scene in Aladdin where Aladdin tells the genie he's free and the handcuffs come off. The original Aladdin, not the one with Will Smith. Never saw that one. All right, any final questions? I'm going to call it a day. It's too nice of a day to watch this crap. This price action has been absolutely horrific today. I mean, look at this. What the crap even is this? So that's it for me. I'll kind of poke my head in here about 90 minutes before close. But I'm telling you all, I am not being dramatic. This is the time to reduce your trading. Everybody is getting wrecked. Everybody is getting wrecked. There are so few trading related posts on my Twitter. All I'm getting now is like political posts and war posts. I'm not even seeing trading posts anymore. If you were to look at my feed, you would think I'm not a trading account. Everybody is getting destroyed. Everybody is getting destroyed. I've pulled trading back so far that I've taken hardly any trades this week. I highly encourage you all to do the same exact thing. Highly encourage you all, and I'm not even joking. So there are times not to trade, and this is one of them. Yeah, I saw that too low, and it's crazy. So I'm going to poke back in here the last hour of the day to see if we get anything going, and see if we get anything dumping or something, but we'll see. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I will see you all Monday morning. I'm out.